Okay, I think I can hear volume now. Oh, I could, and then I couldn't.
Hi everyone, let's check that out. So can you hear us tonight?
I can
Excellent,
hear
we can
myself
hear each
talking.
other. So let's start that again. Hey, this is what happens when you put the Ducat in the driver's seat. But let me start again. So hi everyone,
Go
we
all the way
are
back to the beginning, eh?
back to the beginning. Like that was take 2, right? So welcome, this is Inter's Racing League. I am Ducat. We're kicking off round 5 tonight as we usually do with Tier 4. This week we're at Portimao, Portugal, and I'm joined tonight by Timmy, our fearless leader. Timmy's currently in the US, so it must be early for you, or late, I should say.
Yeah.
How are you
2
doing
a.m.
tonight, Timmy? And
2 a.m. Quite cold, but very excited to see these Tier 4 guys rip down track. I've seen a lot of good racing from when I watch the races. Normally the next morning once I wake up, I kind of flick through it and have a little bit of a look through. I love to see how many people finish, and obviously Tier 4 they've been looking very good. There's been quite a lot of finishes. The racing's been very close, and there's been a different winner just about every weekend. So it's good to see quite a few different winners out there. It's anyone's game still. Obviously, it's only round 5, as you mentioned.
yeah, it's pretty exciting tier. I'm really enjoying commentating on it. Like you said, we've had different winners, so the racing is unpredictable, and that's what you want to see. Any predictions for tonight's race? Who do you think is going to bring home the trophy? We've got a sprint this weekend, so extra points. So the drivers will definitely be looking for a great sprint, so they get their qualifying position for the feature race.
Yeah, look, as I said, there's a lot of competition out there. I know, as I said, I was at Red Bull TP last year, and Trenner, he caused just a lot of grief in that Aston Martin, and he's in that Aston Martin again this season, so he can't really go past him. You got Ara Powers, the Aussie Powers, otherwise known as in the Red Bull again. Can't go past him, but Cuds has been in exceptional form. And I've really loved his race, and I love Cuds. So I really hope he can win, because I'd love to chat to him on the podium here this evening.
Yeah, I think he's one of the favourites, isn't he? He's a great guy. He drives really well, and he's been consistent. He's brought home the points pretty much every week. But I think for tonight, I think my money's on Bang. I think he's had a couple of DNFs the last 2 races, so I think he's going to want to bring home some strong points. I think Ethimon as well. Ethimon's been good. He just hasn't brought it together on a weekend. So I think he'll bring home some points. And you can't really go past Quai Cake as well. Those Alpines are strong in Tier 4. So if it's not Cuds, it's probably going to be Quai Cake bringing home the silverware.
Yeah, and you got to look at the names like Alan Santa, Paddy there, FIFA Beefy, he is quality driver. Bridgie, as you said, Quiet Cake. You got Juice there reserving in the Mercedes here this evening. Obviously, Ducat, you had quite a few run-ins with Bang last season, but from memory, so it's very interesting to see you put your money on him. Obviously, we know sometimes he does go bang.
Oh, he is quick. I think some of the events are unfortunate. I think Richo and I last season, bumped into Bang a few times, and this season I think it's sounds like it's Wayne and SJ. So we're all hoping to see what happened on track tonight, but SJ's couldn't make it tonight. So
Beefy cut the grass everywhere.
Yeah, so Wayne's going to have to find someone else to hit, I think.
Maybe Bang.
Yeah, but that'll be good. Yeah, definitely.
Because I don't think either of them would back down.
Looks like there's not much.
Sorry, I was just going to say, no, you're right. I was just saying we've got 19 on the track at the moment, but Immortal is joining in that Mercedes. Hopefully, any minute now. He did say he's going to miss the majority of quality, but he will fill that final 20th spot there.
Yeah, so we've got a lot of drivers in the pits at the moment. Sorry about the technical issues before. We've got Santa currently in P1 on an 18.1, followed by Trenner on an 18.1 as well. So it's very close there at the front. Santa's out on a flyer now, so we might sit with him for this lap. Might go into cockpit view and see how he goes. So he's heading down this long straight. It's one of the races where you need a bit of downforce, but if you have too much downforce, you're sacrificing the speed down the straight. So heading into turn 3 here, down into third gear. Second gear, he hits the yellow curb, and I think that's going to sacrifice some of the time.
Yeah, that sausage would have hurt.
Yep, down into DRS position. He's pretty much even on his time. Again, he likes hitting those curbs. You know, if that's what he did the first lap, he can continue doing it because he's
This is my most hated corner. That's called the Samsung corner, turn 8. Oh, it's so tricky.
Yeah,
the rear end so many times just go. It just goes.
Yeah, I think it's turn 3, 4 uphill is for me. But yeah, he's been validated there. I think he's just gone a little bit too optimistic there. But he was, I think he was down in his time. He'll jump on with Bang, who's currently up on his time.
Yeah, as you were mentioning about 3 and 4, where Bang's obviously coming around Samsung, but that turn number 4, I think it is up into where that first DRS zone is. Oh, that is also tricky. If you don't get that right, if you're too wide or if you're too tight, you just compromise the car too much, and it's normally game over from there.
Yeah, we were doing some practice the other night, and I think you've got a short shift, you've not too much throttle. It's really tricky. A little bit too much throttle, you're definitely going to spin or go wide and invalidate your lap. So it's a very technical track. This Portimao.
Quick shout out to Juice. He's up in P4 in that reserve role, so he's done very well in his first lap. Bang takes out P1, but
yeah, I was just saying, Bang was up nearly 3/10 there, so bring home's P1 for now. Quiet Cake is also up 3/10, so let's see if he can. His purple first sector, and he is just over 5/10 behind.
I've just
P1
gone down to Cards. He's yet to set a lap. He's coming around turn 8 Samsung now as we speak. So he's yet to set a lap, but one of the two out there, as you've mentioned, he's the championship leader, is he not?
He is, yes. I think it's by a couple of points at the moment. His teammate, I think, is directly behind him, so I'm not sure if there's going to be a bit of DRS action, a bit of tow action there. But let's see what Cuds can do, and then we'll jump on with Quiet Cake straight after.
Well, Quiet Cake obviously right behind him there.
I don't know if he's going to be getting much of a tow. It'd probably get a lot of dirty air. Yeah, so let's see what they can do. Cuds is about to cross the start-finish line, and he does it in 18.3. And Quiet Cake, that's a fast lap, 17.7. Blows it out of the water, almost 8/10 up.
So we thought he might have been in the dirty air, but obviously he wasn't. It was working wonders for him, and he jumps right up by nearly 3/10 there above Bang.
Yeah, that's an amazing lap. I was thinking low 8s, maybe some of them would have gone into 17s, but this is pretty early. I'm thinking maybe even a 17.5 potentially by one of the faster drivers.
Everyone we've mentioned is actually in the top 9 right now. Every single name we predicted.
Yeah, look at that. So this is the thing with
Tier 4. Really up there at the moment is Paddy. I kind of thought Paddy would be a little bit higher. He's down in 15th, but
let's maybe jump on
the top
Paddy.
9 is who we predicted ourselves to win this race at the moment.
Yeah, I think you need a crystal ball for Tier 4. Like I said, it's a really tough one to pick. It's really enjoyable. I think the TPs have got it right this season. We had some controversy last season, me included, with some faster drivers, but it's really enjoyable to see some close racing, different winners.
Quiet Cake just zooms past Cuds into the pit.
Okay, yeah, I missed that one. I'm sitting on board with Paddy at the moment just to see his lap. He's on a flyer at the moment, so let's see what he can do. Oh, he's a little bit loose there around the corner.
Mortal's just asked for an invite, so I'll just quickly sort out a Mortal.
Sure. Paddy's done a second sector purple. Let's see what he can do. He's rounding the last corner here, down the pit straight.
Well, I can tell you, from what I just saw in that pit lane entry, if Cake and Cuds are doing that in the race, I think there's going to be some tempers flaring up after this race. They might be about to go at it in the pit garage here.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the team spirit on an Alpine to fall apart a little bit. Good old Alonso and Ocon style. So we'll have to see if there's opportunities on the track for team orders or team, argy-bargy. But, yeah.
There we go. We've got a Mortal so he'll quickly get control of us. He might actually get a lap in. He didn't think he was going to.
Yeah, I think you should be able to get a lap in. So, yeah, that
Oh,
lap
hang on. Paddy's in there. The top 10.
Yep,
We've named them all. We've named them all.
Yep, just about to say he put in a top 10, so someone's around. That's a Haas. I think it's Batman.
Buster's jinxed it. I just saw him write Haas, baby, in the chat. And as he said that, Batman goes around.
So we're just sitting on with Swiss Lord. I think he's about to set. I think he was just finishing a lap, actually. Yep.
I'll go have a look around. Bridgie looks like he's on a lap.
Bridgie.
In the McLaren there.
Yep.
He's coming around the final sector now as we speak. He's definitely on a lap.
Yeah, he's only got 22% ERS, so he's burning through it. He's rounding the last corner now.
Seems to be slow. He's in the 114s already, 15s.
He's going in the pits.
Lap. He seems very slow. Oh, he's flowing. Whoa. Oh.
Sitting on with Swiss Lord at the moment. I think he's pushing. Let's see his sector time, see if he's improving at all. Broseph, the TP for AlphaTauri, is confirmed he's on a hot lap and he's got a purple second sector. So let's see what the Swiss Lord can do. He's the teammate of Alan Santa, who's also Swiss. So we've got the Swiss connection there. I haven't got any Swiss comments. I didn't prepare, so we'll have to think as we go. Hopefully there's no holes in the car like Swiss cheese. And Swiss Lord does improve. He moves into P13. That's a good lap there from Swiss Lord. We sitting on with JTE at the moment. And I think I am by myself. I think Timmy's just dropped. So
no.
Oh no,
I'm here.
Okay, sorry. I thought you dropped. Not a problem. Got it. Thought you left me.
Probably will. I think I did drop out last time in comms, but I got back in. If I do drop it, I'll get back in as soon as possible.
Not a problem. So JT is rounding the last corner, and he does doesn't improve. Okay, we have a number of drivers on an out lap, and we only have yellow flag time left, 2 minutes and 10 seconds.
Immortal is in a very good spot at the moment. He's just coming around the final corner on his out lap. He's about to stay his lap, and he's got clean air in front of him, so he's in a good spot. Parsifal, however, down in P20 in that Alfa Romeo, he's yet to go out, and I don't know if he's going to have enough time unless he leaves in a couple of seconds. I just don't know if he's going to have enough time.
Yeah, he's still in the pits. I'm not sure what's happened.
So I'm going to set on with Immortal, because Immortal, he's obviously yet to set the lap time. He's got clean air. Let's see what he can do. He's probably had not much practice. I think he's just come straight from work.
Oh, and he's spun, unfortunately. So I think that will...
That should... well, he should start 19th. He's not going to be 20th by this.
Sorry, Immortal. I don't think he'll have enough time to go around and... he's got 1 minute 26 seconds, but unfortunately the ERS here to gain the ERS is very tricky. So who can we sit on at the moment? I think Quiet Cake. Something's happened to Quiet Cake there. I think he's retired in pit, yeah. So I'm sitting on with Bang at the moment.
Bang's McLaren around. He's got Sebastian around there at the first sector.
That's a really tricky position there. What's he doing? Okay, he's letting his cars through. That's great. Okay, so just sitting on with Bang at the moment. Actually, who can we sit on with? Let's see who's...
Is that Immortal around again? He's around. He's struggling a little bit out there. Two Red Bulls look like they're trying to work together a little bit. Got Rusted and Powers there.
Just having a look at the sector time. So just sitting on with Powers at the moment. Rusted is about to go through. Yes, they don't improve. Powers doesn't improve. So I think I'm going to jump on with Juice. Juice is actually, it's Immortal who's crossing, but I don't think Immortal will be able to do it. So let's see what Juice can do. Juice doesn't improve. There's an AlphaTauri. I think it's Alan Santa. He's about to cross the line. What can he do? He crosses the line in second. We then have, I think it's Bang, who doesn't improve. Trenner, I think, is about to cross the line. He is 3/10 up. He may be able to get the pole position. Let's see what he can do. Oh, it's second position. Quiet Cake was confident with that lap. Paddy is not improving.
I don't think Paddy's improving.
No, FIFA Beefy's run out of ERS.
He's
out of ERS.
Effie's out.
Yep, I think Powers is improving.
Powers.
Yep.
He's 1.5 temps up.
Yep, sitting on with Powers. Don't think will be good enough for pole, but he might be able to move up 3 or 4 positions. That'll be a good finish for him.
Yeah, well, at the moment he's actually the only predicted driver we said, and not in that top 10. But if he does improve, it's going to knock Bridgie out. But I think our predictions are pretty well on point at the moment. And where does he go? Up into 9th there. Up into
9th position. Okay, I think that will be it.
Do it. Paddy, Paddy's done the right thing too. He goes across the line. I love it. I hate when they pit.
All right. So we have the final placings. Quiet Cake with a 17.7, very rapid lap, and like I said, he was very confident and retired in pits and said, nah, no one's going to beat that. Followed by Trenner in a 17.8, then Alan Santa in a 17.8 as well. Everyone else are in the 1 minute 18s. If I remember correctly, Cuds there was in P4.
3 or 4. Okay.
Yep. I'll go through the rest of them when the game shows me the list. Here we go. So Cuds in P4, Bang in P5, Juice, the reserve, in P6, which is a great result there. Paddy P7, FIFA Beefy in 8, Powers in P9, Ethemon in P10, Bridgie 11, Donmore 12, Rusted Cyborg in 13, JT Racing in 14, Swiss Lord 15, Batman, Wayne, Sebastian, Immortal, and Parzival did not set a lap.
Yeah, well, it's going to be interesting to see if he actually moves off the starting line, to be honest.
Yeah, may need to have a look at the Discord and see if there's any comments. I don't see anything. So, if anyone can hear us on the Twitch, be careful of Parzival. I'm not sure if he's an AI or not. So the drivers will be going into a sprint. Not really much strategy for the sprint race. If anyone doesn't start on meds, I don't know what they're doing. But that would be, I think, the strategy everyone will be taking. Timmy, any thoughts, any comments?
You're going to imagine every driver is going to be starting on the medium compound. I know the soft stand they do about 5 or 6 laps. I think the sprint was 11 from memory. So I don't think you're going to be seeing anyone touch those softs unless they get damage early in this sprint. But you would imagine they're all going to be on the mediums. It's going to be a little bit of a scramble until they kind of pace themselves out over the first 1 or 2 laps. Hopefully, it's quite a long run into turn 1 and it's downhill braking zones. This is when you can see a lot of people get caught out. So Stewards could be in for a fun evening, I think.
Yeah, I was just going to say that turn 1, 2 cars don't go side by side, and lap 1, turn 1, I am expecting some carbon fibre on the track. So, it's going to be a tricky one. But T4, let's see how they go. They're out on their formation lap at the moment. Just looking through the list, I think, like I said, Juice is a surprise for me. I think that's a great result for the reserve. Otherwise, our top 10 is pretty much the predictions, right? But when we're predicting half of the field to win the race, we know it's a great quality field. We've got Rusted Cyborg and Swiss Lord both disqualified, so they may have hit each other during the race. We've got some drivers excessively warming up their tyres, I shall say.
Yeah, well, it's good to have for Swiss and Rusted. They're obviously DSQ'd. It's good to see obviously Parzival, he is moving. And he's got Effimon all the way back there. Effimon's all the way down the back at the moment. He's actually meant to be up in P10, so he's about 8 cars back from where he's supposed to be. He's just run up the back of
Yeah, I just saw that. And he's been disqualified. That's what happens. This game is ruthless. If you touch another car, you're teleported back to the grid. So, and you start with cold tires. And yes, Karama, I agree. Okay, who do we want to start with? Timmy, anyone you want to sit on board with?
I'm going to say Juice, the reserve.
Juice, let's sit on with Juice. It's a pretty horrible camera view here, but let's...
It's shocking down into turn 1. Just looking at Trenner, he's pointing a little bit to the left there. He's aiming just a touch towards Cake there. Not too...
Alright, so we'll sit on with Juice. A couple more drivers disqualified. Bridges just got to be careful of a couple of cars in front of him. A few more disqualified.
That's a lot of DSQs.
Yeah, these guys need to learn how to park their car. Anyway, we've got two lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And the lights are out. And the drivers will sit on the grid box. Oh, there's a drive-through for Immortal.
I think
that's
was
unfortunate.
I think Batman jumped first.
Batman may have as well.
Yeah, I think he jumped first and Immortal went with him.
Oh, we see the Ferrari and the McLaren touch, but otherwise been pretty clear. I think that's a pretty clear turn.
Well, that pretty much ruins your sprint race, unless they get a safety car. But yeah, I think Batman went first and Immortal went with him. Oh,
there's a yellow and there's a Mercedes around. It might be Immortal. Yep, Immortal's around. Yep. Let's jump up the front here.
Ferrari around. I think he just had a little bit of a love tap with Rusted Cyborg. It looked like they just touched wheels. Don't know how much was in it.
Oh, Domore just sat on here, went all squirrely as well.
JT
up the
and
favourite
Sebastian DSQ. Did they? I don't even know if they moved off.
Yes, I don't know what happened there. I didn't see that one, unfortunately. Where can we sit? Might jump on with Paddy. I think that's where the fight is at the moment.
JT saying can't join. I'll try to get him in.
Okay.
Effimon's taking out signs left, right, and centre.
Sit on with Bang. Bang's 3/10 behind Cuds at the moment. He's going to make the move down. He's burning. He's on the inside, and he makes the move. Very nice there on the inside of Cuds. Bang moves into P3. But Cuds is going to try... Oh, no, he's not going to be able to do that. So Bang's moved up a couple of positions. Let's look at the position change. Not too much of a change up the front there. Bang's made up 2. Powers is made 3. Santa seems to be one of the biggest losers there, down 7. And Effimon's down 6 as well. So, yeah, I didn't see what happened there with Santa or Effimon, but hopefully they can get some positions back. And, there's a feature race ahead, which is where all the points will be. So they just need to concentrate to finish in a good position so they can start the feature race up the front of the grid. Sitting on with FIFA as well at the moment. He's 3/10 behind Paddy. It's been pretty clean otherwise. Haven't seen much argy-bargy, not many spinning cars. Again, I don't know what happened with the cars behind, but Immortal seems to DNF'd. Maybe he didn't set his tyre pressures, but he'll be back there for the feature race.
Yeah, he's just saying he's struggling with grip. I just had a look at his message, so not sure if that's a PSI issue. Obviously, we know you do pretty much need to run minimums these days if you want to live.
Yeah, I think this track, it's on the lower side definitely. So if you've set it with the high pressures, you're gonna be spinning around, especially on those winding turns uphill and downhill. It's a pretty tricky track, so getting the right setup's really important. Oh, and Santa's tried to make a move there. I think he just went a little bit wide. Currently up in P7. Might jump on again with Beefy. Beefy's about 3/10 behind Paddy.
Yeah, and obviously DRS enabled now, so Mortal's left, so I think he's trying to join back in and fix his internet.
Actually, might jump on with Paddy. Paddy's 1/10 behind Powers. He'll have DRS, but he's flashing. He's already used all of his ERS in 4 laps. Paddy, jeez.
Yeah, I'm just having a look. Powers doesn't have much more. They're kind of actually the lowest guys. A lot of them are around 30, but there's even a few in there with 70. I'm looking at Donmore. He's got 73, so, and he's still on the back of Rusted Cyborg, so he's got plenty in the tank if he does want to attack.
Yeah, and this track, it's pretty hard to regain your ERS, so those that have saved it will benefit from it later on in the race. Where's the action? Maybe Cuds. We can have a look and see if he's going to try to gain that position back from Bang up ahead.
I'm just looking at Wayne.
There's a yellow
down the back. Oh, got Williams around, and he's just nearly taking out his own teammate of Wayne, and Wayne's run very wide to avoid him. Domhill's doing very well. He's up into P10 just behind. P12 there. He was behind Rusted Cyborg, and he had a lot of ERS. As I said, he was ready to attack, but he's blown that opportunity. He's one of the other early stragglers as well.
Yeah, just sitting on with Santa at the moment. Santa's about 2.5 He's pushing. I think he'll make this position on Bridgie. He is about to open up the DRS.
Bridgie's flashing, but he's not far away from flashing here. He's going to push him around the outside, but he's got that move done.
Nice move done there. So, be interesting to see the penalties as well. There's a few corners on this track where the track limits, I think, will come into play. Don't see anyone with penalties at the moment, but I think on the feature race we'll see a few creep in as the drivers start to push.
Turn 1 and 2 is pretty unforgiving.
Sitting on with FIFA at the moment. He's right up Paddy's behind there. That Ferrari looks very nice. I think that's where the main action on track is.
A bit of battle with Effie and Parsifal. They've just switched around towards the back. Effie trying to make up for loss of momentum. Obviously he was up. He started P10, I think, and he had that little bit of contact, probably with Powers or Cyborg. It looked like one of the Red Bulls, and he just kind of went off into the grass very quickly. So he's trying to make a comeback, but 6 laps, you're not going to probably do much better. He might get Donmore if he's lucky, depending on pace, but Donmore has got plenty of ERS saved up to defend that position if he needs to.
Yeah, Parzival's, Ethemon's down 5 positions, and he's not really gaining those positions. Alan Santa again is the other biggest loser, down 6, but he's made up a position or 2 during the race. There's some movement there for Paddy and FIFA Beefy as well. It's just jumping on there. I think Paddy's going to try to get the inside move there. This is a dangerous area
to try and overtake. They're both flashing. It's actually inviting Santa into it.
Someone's around. I think is it Juice?
Was that Juice?
I think it was. He's losing a few positions. He's been overtaken by
yield that one. He
some
yielded
cars.
to Alan Sands. That's a good show of respect. Just to yield that. He didn't have to yield that, and he's going to yield again to Bridgie. So
yeah, his tyres might be really hot. He just needs to cool them down, and there may not be any point defending. So it's just, I think that's good fair driving. I'm going to jump up right at the front. I think it's been pretty quiet, but Quiet Cake's leading the race. Trenner's about to make a move down the straight. Both heading into turn 1 side by side. Let's see what happens there. I think he pushes it a little bit wide.
But yeah, Cake didn't leave him anything there.
I think it's fair driving, pretty fair driving.
Powers picks up the first penalty there.
Yes. Yep. They both live to fight another day, and Trenor's going to try down the second DRS section here. It's a bit too short to make. He's hit him, and he almost spun him around, but I think he knew that he did that, so he's eased off the accelerator and made sure that Cake retained that position.
I wonder if that was a revenge tap.
Yeah, don't know. But doesn't look like Trenor's got any damage to his wing there, so I think Trenor's definitely going to try to push to get that position, but that's brought Bang into the mix as well. Bang's now half a second behind, and P2, 3 and 4 are all within DRS position, so it's anyone's race. This is exciting. I'll have a quick look at the ERS. So Quiet Cake's on about 30, Trenor's 24, Bang's about 13, Cuds is about 8. So used it all, but the front runners have still got a little bit left in the tank. And I think FM on there has decided to call it a day in the pits. And I think his car's about to come out on track as well, but it looks like there's no one behind, so it shouldn't get in the way.
Looks like everyone's passed, yeah.
Yep.
I'll just redo a...
Oh, and Quiet Cake's gone very wide there. One would say he may have gained an advantage, but that's how we go.
Controversial. I love it.
Okay, might sit on with Cuds. Cuds is 5/10 behind. But these drivers, what do you think, Timmy? Will they want to get that position one, or will they be happy to just, hey, we're qualifying at the front here for the feature, good position for the race? Do you think they'll risk it or play it safe? Great conversation there. So, I think Cuds will... Cuds is probably play it safe, to tell you the truth. I think we know about Bang.
Just looking at Trenor. Trenor's very close this time around. Trenor's going to go around the outside. And he's passed.
Great move by Trenor there.
Oh, nearly runs wide. Quiet Cake's all over the backside. Is he? Oh, I thought he was going to stick the nose up there. He's invited Bang back into it. Bang was about 1.4 behind. He's now only just 7/10.
Yeah, and I think Cuds as well. Cuds is catching up too. So this is definitely a fight for P1. Cuds will be ready to pounce and pick up the crumbs if the front runners, come together. I think Bang will try to make up the positions as well. Like I said, he's definitely wanting a good week after a couple of DNFs the last 2 weeks. So just looking at the ERS, Cake's on 33, Trenor's on 19. Cake will try to set this up, get nice and close, and hope to get the DRS down, or definitely get the DRS down the straight, try to make the move done. So I think there'll be a bit of back and forth for the next couple of laps until we finish.
It's just how much he has to burn to get this overtake. He's already burning quite heavily. He's even burning into the corner. He should be releasing that and then getting back on it, but he's going to get the move done. But he's going to be fully empty, and Trenor has played the smart game. He's not even going to defend it, and now he's seen him flash, so he's probably going to look at that and try and pounce back at him on this last lap here when they come across that line.
It's very smart, actually, because if you can make the move on the next lap, that will be the last lap, and there'll be no other opportunity. So Trenor might be playing the strategic game. Yeah,
he's just got to not burn it here, just save it, and that's exactly what he's doing. He's just saving his ERS.
Oh, and I've just jumped on with Bridgie and Paddy, and they've come together as well. So there's a big group there, but I think the action is on P1 there. I think I'm going to jump on with Trenor.
Oh, Cyborg, he's just done the dive of a century. He's just taken out 3 cars and gained the advantage. He's just gone past all 3 cars. He just took out... someone just drove...
Yep, Paddy's gone. There's off. Yeah, there's a big crash there. I don't know what happened Cyborg. There. I think...
all started from Cyborg.
Yeah. I didn't see the full thing. I saw the tail end of that, but yes, that is unfortunate. But I think we're going to just jump on the front here with Trenor and see if he can make this position again.
Rush Cyborg, he just absolutely punted Paddy. That took out, I think it was Paz and Juice as well. Juice come out worse for wear. I feel for Juice. He's done a great race really well. That spin and turn 8, and that's gone from bad to worse for him. But Cyborg, he's going to have a lot to answer for, I think. Trainer didn't get the move done, but.
No, so it was about 7/10 down the straight there. So Quiet Cake must have got a real good exit on the last turn there, and I think that will be it, unless there's a mistake from one of the drivers. But yeah, Quiet Cake is currently 7/10 ahead. Bang's about the same distance behind, and same with Cuds. So they're all pretty even. I think they're just going to take it home and set up for the feature race. So we've got 5 cars that didn't make it through. Like we said, we had 2 cars that DSQ'd at the start, and we've had another... there's 4 cars that have DNF, so there's 6 cars that didn't make it through. I'll jump on with Cuds just really quickly. He's probably the closest, but I don't think he'll make it. It's a pretty short run to the start-finish line here.
Nah, definitely not out of ERS. Powers, he's right on the cusp of defending that 5th place. He's just breached the 3-second mark, which he needs to hold if he wants to hang on for that P5, and he's on the cusp of it at the moment. I don't know how close. Oh, Beefy got him. So yep. He's dropped. Oh, and Santa must have been very close. He is on the backside of Beefy, so
I think
lost that 2 positions there.
I'm not sure if it's right, but I saw 6 seconds pop up. So unless he picked up a penalty just on the last corner, so because it was 3 seconds and he was just over 3 seconds. So I think he may have picked up a final penalty. We'll have a look when the final placings come up. Yep.
Yeah, that was weird because he was definitely over the 3 seconds, but you see, he's lost out 2 positions.
So what were those predictions I said before, Timmy? I said Cake, Bang, and Ethimon, I think. I need to go back and check. But Ethimon didn't do it for me, but I think Cake and Bang have done a great job there. So going through the positions, we've got Quiet Cake in P1, Trenner P2, Bang P3, Cuds, followed by Beefy.
He did have those.
Santa,
Cake,
Powers,
Bang,
Rust, Cyborg, Bridgie, Donmore, Wayne, Parsable,
I would assume Rust Cyborg, he'll get penalised. So he does have that 1 point at the moment, but I imagine
Paddy.
That will be going.
No, so Powers only picked up a 3 second. So yeah, I'm not sure. He dropped down a fair bit there. Just scrolling through the final placings. Okay, that was an exciting race. So we got Cake and P1, Bang, P3, Trenner P2. So again, the Alpines are bringing home the points. I think the domination of Alpine in T4 is I think they've I'm going to call it. I called it last week or the week before. I think they're going to take home the constructors for P4. I don't think anyone can catch them now.
No, I think they're going to be very hard to beat. As you said, it's only early days, but with the performances they've been putting in week after week, it's going to take a lot to chop that momentum out from under him. Obviously, he seems like he's got a well-run team over there as well.
Yeah, I'm just trying to look at the difference in points, but I haven't got it here. Yeah, so Alpine was on 132, 47 points in front of Aston, so they'll extend it even further after that sprint race, and I suspect after the feature they'll extend it even further. Okay, let's jump on and see the tyres. So a bit of a mixed bag there. We've got the first three front runners on mediums. Cuds has decided to start on hards, and honestly I think that's a great decision. I've been doing some practice, and I think the hards to start off with are a good choice. FIFA Beefy's done the same, so he started on hards. Santa at P6 and Powers on P7 are on mediums. Rusted Cyborg's in a bit of a medium sandwich there. He's on hards. Then the next three are on mediums. Bridgie, Donmore and Wayne. Followed by Percival on hards. Swiss Lord on mediums. Batman's on hard. Juice on mediums. Paddy on hards. Ethamon on hards. And then the final three, Immortal, JTE and Sebastian on mediums. So a bit of a mixed bag there. I think a safety car will come out in the feature, Timmy.
That's what's got me worried about the hard runners doing a little bit of practice there. In recent times, the hards do last about 27 laps if you need them to. The mediums, they go about 16, 17. So if there is an early safety car, a lot of these medium runners can put that hard on and go to the end if needed. But then, obviously...
again, a crystal ball. It always seems to be the other way around for me. It always seems to come out at the wrong time. So
I'm a little bit of a tyre whisperer, so if I need them to get there, I'll make them get there.
Yeah, okay. So I think the tyres.
Karuma, yes.
Yeah, I think the hards will do about 20 laps. The meds will do about 14. You can stretch them a little bit more, but that's just the recommended distance from the game.
I'll race if I have to.
Well, Cuds will know all about that, right? He'll drive with the 4 flat tyres if he needs to and cross the line. So
I've trained him.
Who are we going to sit on with on this? I might sit on with Bang. I might see...
Bang and Cuds, obviously championship leader right behind him.
Yep.
I like
5 lights.
I like that second row.
And
Coach
lights
just
are
has
out.
to get a good start here. He is on the hards. He just needs a good start.
And they're away.
Doesn't want to lose out too much. It looks like Powers has a very good exit behind him in the Rebel. He's going to go straight to the outside. He's getting blocked off.
And Trenner's been spun by, I think it was Cuds. No.
Cuds is out. He's gone.
Cuds is, no. Cuds, we are sorry. Yep.
He's gone.
He's gone. He's parked
that
there.
Wasn't
on the
his
side.
fault. I think that was FIFA Beefy tried to cut off Powers.
I know. I think Trenner got a bit tapped there as well. So I think Cuds may have tapped Trenner. I'm not sure if something happened before that, and maybe that unsettled Cuds. But I didn't quite see. But like I said, I did see an Alpine touch the back of Trenner. So Trenner's been able to maintain at least his car on the track. He's lost a few positions. But Cuds has definitely come out worse for wear there. And we've got 2 DSQs.
The 2 Mercedes.
2 Mercedes, and that's not going to help their championship run. They're already on the I think they're at the end, at the bottom of the ladder, and pointless feature race is definitely not going to help that.
Well, Juice was looking very good for him, so I'm not quite sure what happened that maybe he just had enough after what Cyborg did in that sprint race. I know I would have.
Yeah. Powers has picked up a 5-second penalty as well.
Yeah.
We have,
and Quai Cake's around.
Quai Cake's around. The Alpines are not having a good day.
They crumble him. Is this the turning point? Is this the turning point we're talking about?
Could be, but they could probably both DNF and still probably be leading the championship.
We'll probably be getting... actually, he can't get it removed because he is going to have to pit. He would have probably got that removed because he ran wide to avoid Cuds' car, and he got penalised for gaining an advantage. But unfortunately, he's going to serve that 5 seconds, so he won't be able to get that removed.
I don't want to say it, but the Alpha Tauris are in P3 and P4. It's very good. I don't sound excited because I don't want to jinx them. But we have Santa in P3 there. He's made up 3 positions, and Swiss Lord has made up 9 positions. And Ethimon has DNF'd as well. Don't know what happened there. Is
a random
2.
spot. His car's moving.
But he's DNF'd. Yeah. So unless he got beached, I don't know what happened there.
Weird.
So
unless he retired on track, I don't know. Yeah, maybe he got beat. I don't know. What does it do? It's queued.
Yeah, so it's DNF, so maybe he retired on track. Not sure.
Had a connection issue. Yeah. That's why he couldn't get back in.
So just jumping on with Batman. There's a few cars there. He's pushing for P8 behind Bridgie. So DRS would be enabled now, so he'll pick up DRS down this short straight. There's a bit of a train behind Bridgie at the moment. Bridgie's 2.8 seconds behind Quiet Cake, and then all the rest of the field, except for Rusted Cyborg, are all within DRS. So definitely DRS train from P8 onwards. Going to jump on with Trenner. Trenner's setting up a move on Beefy. Beefy is outside the DRS, and Trenner is gaining. He's 3/10 behind, and Quiet Cake is also pushing. So those front runners of Trenner and Quiet Cake have dropped down, and they want to regain those positions as quickly as they can. And meanwhile, just looking at the front there, Bang is pulling away of the lead. Yeah, 3 seconds in front. But Santa, I'm just jumping on with Santa. Santa's side by side of Powers, and he's made the move. And he's set the, looks like Santa's set the fastest lap there as well. So Santa's flying. He's
just bringing up gap to leader. Where Bang is, he's got a pretty good gap. His battle does look like it's going to be with Trenner and probably Quiet Cake later in this race if these guys can continue the momentum they're carrying. They have lost a little bit out, but if they can keep that momentum up, I reckon his battle will be with them. But he, as I said, with the gap he's got, he can cover them off quite easy. He just wants a clean race now. He doesn't want any safety cars out there.
That's it. Yeah. So Quiet Cake and Trenner have passed Beefy. Beefy is on the 3-lap-old hard, so you would expect the medium runners to make those positions. So Trenner and Quiet Cake are going to be pushing and trying to make up that position with Swiss Lord. So yeah, Quiet Cake and Trenner, they've had a bit of unfortunate, position loss there, but they're starting to claw it back, and it's a long race ahead. So I think they'll be fighting for the podiums by the end of the race. That's for sure. Okay, just on board with Trenner at the moment. So Trenner's just setting up the last corner there on Swiss Lord.
Santa's going fastest lap after the fastest lap, so he's on the push. That gap was about 3.2 to Bang. It's now down to 2.3, so he's gaining.
And
we've got a
Santa,
yellow sector. Oh, we've got Powers around.
Powers is around.
That's going to drop him. He's come out in quite a good gap, but he's going to have hot tyres. He's trying to stick up the inside. Oh, and an Aston Martin Paddy centered on someone back there. Oh, he's got the Haas up the inside.
Yeah, very optimistic move there on the corner that I hate.
He's empty.
He's only got 5% left. He's used it all. Yeah, we saw it in the sprint. He was
behind on his rear wing. Look at the battle behind Paddy.
Don Moore and Don Moore and Batman.
Sit on that rear wing of Paddy. It is great behind him.
And the two Hasses are. Yes, I'm just sitting on with JTE.
It's good that he did get control of his car. He did have issues before. So he's obviously back in that car. Don Moore, he is all over the back of Paddy. And we've got another driver around. Is that
Swiss
Santa?
Lord?
Or Swiss Lord?
Swiss Lord's around, yep. He's just... Oh, no, that's not good.
Oh, yep. They all avoided him somehow.
Yep, great.
Wow.
Great driving from the Hasses there to avoid the AlphaTauri there. Oh, they hit him. Oh, sorry, I spoke too soon. And JTE... and Swiss Lord made contact, and JTE is in last position.
I think Swiss Lord probably shouldn't have moved there.
Yeah, so I'm just on board with Rusted Cyborg. Parsville's making the move. Rusted Cyborg's going to try. It's going to be 3 wide down in turn 1. Oh, it's going to be the last. Oh no, the drivers they've done well. I think Sebastian's conceded the position there, so well done.
Yeah, he's just conceded. He's not in any rush. He's kind of just cruising back there. He's still got most of his ARS, which is making me wonder if he is AI. AI normally burns the ARS, actually. AI doesn't look like that. It's definitely not AI. That's not how the AI races.
Just on with Wayne. So Wayne's made the move on Swiss Lord. They're side by side. Oh, and Wayne...
Wayne picks up a 3. I was just going to quickly mention Trenner and Quiet. They're back up to P3 and P4. They're now on the hunt for Santa.
Yeah, so Quiet Cakes are fighting for P3 as well. I think they should just work together and close up that gap. Trenor's got a 5-second gap to P2. I think the boys shouldn't fight, shouldn't worry about the positions. Just put in some consistent laps, give each other a tow, and close that gap. Santa's when I say that, Quiet Cake's making the move.
Quiet
so
Cake's making the move. Oh no, he's going to back out.
Backed out of that one.
And the worst bit about that is you can see it through Trenor out, which is going to cost them time now.
It's just side by side with Paddy and Bridgie. And
just lost out 2 temps there. Trenor's actually... Sorry, Quiet Cake just burnt all his ERS and he's gone for a massive dive, sends it deep, runs wide. Trenor's going to go back through, and as I mentioned, Quiet Cake just burnt through 40% of his ERS in 2 straights, and he hasn't got the position. And they're losing time to Santa now. So I think the option of work together isn't quite working at the moment.
Yeah, they're not listening to me. Not listening to me. Yeah, like I said, it's a long race. They've still got another, still got a pit. There might be a safety car, but I think just closing up that.
Well, yeah, I'm just looking at the full track map, and from Paddy back, it's all quite bunched up there.
Yeah, so Paddy's 4.4 seconds behind Powers, and then from P7 all the way down to P16, you basically got less than a second. So yeah, there's DRS trains all the way behind. I'd love to sit on board with that because there's some moves happening, but and there's probably some opportunity for some argy-bargy going on there too. But I think the excitement's there up in P4 and P3. So Bridges pitted. It's a bit early, I think, to pit unless he's got some damage.
Up another penalty, so I think he's up to 8 now.
Let's have a look
at that. He will serve 5.
Yeah, so Powers is on 8, and Wayne is on 3.
Just nearly run up the back of Trenor again in that same corner where he ran deep before.
He hasn't got the patience, has he? So that's all right. He thinks he's faster. He wants to get through, and he thinks he can close the gap quicker. So yeah, good luck to him. See what he can do.
As he would say.
Yeah. Just looking at the front there, Santa's dropping back a little bit. It was 2.2, I think. The closest now, it's about 2.7.
Yeah. And I'm actually just looking at both their dashes at the moment. It looks like they're both doing a bit of ERS management, so they're both not really pushing now. We saw Santa going fastest lap for fastest lap for fastest lap. He I think did 3 in a row. That's now stopped, but yeah, as you mentioned, the gap's not closing. He's kind of just in a little bit of a groove now, so they're just playing the long game now.
Cake's setting up. Cake side by side. He's down. He's got the ERS.
Look, he's got no ERS. He's going to get the DRS.
Trenor's decided not to burn.
I think Trenor, you imagine, he's just going to breeze straight back past him.
Look,
look how wide Cake
opportunity
runs. That's he's
been
tapped.
I think he's been touched. And these two, I think they've touched a fair few times tonight.
I feel like when Cake does that, runs that wide, he should be yielding that position back because that is a big gain advantage.
Well, it's a mistake, right? So usually the game would give you a penalty, but I think in this game, if you go too wide, it doesn't.
Yeah, it doesn't pick it up. You get lucky. Yeah, if you go a little bit wide, it absolutely nails you. But if you go really wide, you're okay.
Yeah. So I think if you're gaining that advantage, I think Trenor might throw
obviously something we can watch ourselves. And if it continues to happen, we can at the end of the night report it ourselves. Come worst.
Yep. The hosts have the ability to submit a incident report. So definitely. Just trying to look here where the action is.
Nothing more than to piss ads off as well. I'm just getting word they said Bridgie damage at the start of the race, so I'm not sure if that's diffuser damage underbody or if it was just wing damage or what, but he's made an early pit stop. He's gone on to the hards on lap 10. So I think he's the first pit stopper.
Yeah, I think he's definitely come in. He's the first one. Hopefully it's just a wing. He's got a new wing, and he'd be praying for a safety car so he can close up that gap. So Batman's making the move. It's 3 wide down into turn 1. Someone's taken out the 50-metre sign as well, and Pardsville's taken advantage and moved up. Batman seems to be losing positions one after another. don't know if he's got a problem, but I think he's lost like 4 positions there in 2 turns.
Trenner, he's starting to lose a gap now. He's on the cusp of that 1 second mark, so he's actually quite cake. Obviously, he was pushing to get past. He felt like he was quicker, and obviously he is quicker.
Yeah, he's outside DRS, isn't he? So I'm just jumping on with P10 down to P14. They're just really fighting for those positions and a lot of side-by-side battling, keeping it clean so far. Rusted Cyborg's defending from Wayne. Let's see if Wayne has a new friend in Rusted Cyborg. Oh, and there's a yellow. It's a Batman, I think. Doesn't look like there's any damage. He's regained control and he's going to live to fight another day. So just on with Sebastian. Sebastian is reserving tonight for SJ. He's making the move. He's got the DRS open. I don't think he'll be able to make the position though. Going to jump on with Donmore. Donmore's up in P8. Probably the closest battle we have at the moment. Just going to say I might sit on with Bang just for 30 seconds or so, give him some air time. Currently in the lead, is a bit lonely. Nice to see the Alfa Romeo there leading the race. And again, I don't mean to jinx it, Bang, I really don't, but I did call it. I did say Bang. So
you did?
Yeah, I did have a feeling that he would do well tonight. So as long as he can keep it consistent.
Cake and Cuds, but unfortunately Cuds isn't going to be up there.
I don't think I called Cuds, really. I think I said Ethamon, but Ethamon's out as well. So, look, 2 out of 3 ain't too bad. But, yeah, look, like I said, I think Bang is fast. He's had a couple of incidents before, but I think when he can put it all together, he's definitely quick. And Santa there in P2. He's currently P2 in the championship. I think with a great result tonight, he may be able to move into P1.
Well, he's holding on to that gap to Bang. It's sitting around the 2.7, 2.6, and it's also sitting around the 5.5 second mark to Kate. It's just dropped up to 4.7, but I think through that first sector, Santa must be quite substantially quicker because it goes straight back up to around the 5 mark. Or Cake is just having a bang lap because he's pulled it in 5 attempts this lap alone. And Santa's actually losing to Bang, so Bang might be having an ordinary lap himself.
Yeah, Bang's...
Maybe those tyres are starting to drop off.
Yeah, I had a quick look before. I think Santa was burning a little bit.
He's sitting on the inside. He's coming in.
Santa's coming in for the hards. So let's see how he goes in this
pull
pit
it up.
stop.
Oh.
Pulled it up well. No penalty there.
80. It says 81 on my dash. You got very lucky.
Did it? Oh, very lucky there. Yeah, I crossed the line last night in practice and it said 80 and I still got a penalty. So,
it said 81 on his dash, but I know there is a little bit of obviously sync delay in games, but if it's saying 81, he must have been very close.
Oh, he's going to come out in traffic, Paddy. Unfortunately, those hards will take a good 3/4 of a lap to warm up.
A lot of traffic. He's kind of trying to get out of the way of everyone.
Yeah,
he's in a bad spot at the moment, isn't he?
Yeah, it was not great. And like I said, those tyres will take some time to warm up.
He needs to let this Red Bull go and just tuck him behind.
Yellow, I think it's another... it's Batman again on mowing the grass.
Santa's helmet?
Yeah. Oh, that is, I think, the... Let's jump on and have a look. He is... it's one of the Christmas theme. He's got the holly... yeah, that's all right. Look, Santa, right? He's from the North Pole. It's Christmas every day for Santa. So we also had Swiss Lord, while we're talking about Santa Claus and Christmas, come in. He's also swapped for the hards. And Bang's decided those mediums have had enough. And he's coming in 7 seconds ahead of Quiet Cake. Let's see what Quiet Cake...
to see where Bang comes out in comparison to Paddy. Paddy we know as, well, 3 seconds behind. Got
Is
in
Santi
a lot
mean?
of traffic. Santa, sorry, yeah, he
Yes,
was
I think.
3 seconds behind.
Yeah, we'll
I
have a
think
look.
he's
We'll
going to
sit
come
on board
out
with Bang at
worse.
the moment. I think he might have some good position. Look, he's got a great position here. I think he's got enough gap
Oh,
in front of Paddy there to.
oh,
So that will definitely help Bang. That was a
that
great
is
pit stop.
perfect. He needs
Yep.
Paddy not to get impatient behind him. He knows he's obviously got on the cold
Oh,
tyres.
side by side now, side by side. I'm sure he'll be sweating.
Batman run, DNF. Where is that?
I saw him on the grass last time. I think he's retired in the pits. Yeah, he's currently in the pits now. So
Bang, he's come
if he can
out
maintain this,
perfectly.
I think that'll be a great position for him. Like I said, it does take about 3/4 of a lap to warm up those tyres.
Santa come out actually closer than the 3 second mark. It'd be about 3, 1. Oh, he's about 2. He's only about 2.3 behind at the moment. So
Yeah, it's
come out a little bit closer, but
he's got to get past 3.
He does have the traffic
4
in front
drivers.
of him.
Yeah.
Yes, they're going to pit, but
Front runners are pitting. So they're both P2 and P3 have decided to pit.
So Beefy takes the lead of this race. Beefy, he's on the hard, so he's obviously praying for a safety car probably so he can get onto the mediums.
Yeah. Let's see where Bang comes out. Bang's coming out here. Paddy's gone past. Parsible's gone past. Santa's gone past. Cyborg and JTE's gone past. So, yeah, the Cake and Trenner are going to hope that these drivers get rid of those hards fairly soon so they can make up some positions.
Yeah, so obviously pitting earlier, the undercut would have probably been quite strong if Sam didn't get caught in that traffic. I imagine he might have got very close to Bang.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, he's, like you said, it was about 3 seconds in traffic. So without those cars, he would have lost a second or two. Someone's yellow as well.
I think that was just yellow. I'm not quite sure what it was for.
So where's so Santa's half a second behind Parzival. You'd think with 12 lap fresher tyres, he might be able to make the move down the straight here. Let's see what he can do on the last corner, or second last corner, I should say. It's 4/10 behind. Might sit on board with him. Yeah, I don't think he's been too aggressive. I think he's just biding his time. He knows the front runners have to pit. I think he'll push when he's got clean air. So that's nice clean driving there from Santa.
Yeah, Bang is actually... I know the gap went down, but he's probably going to pull out a bigger gap than 3 seconds now because he's got clear air, while Santa, he is stuck behind these old tyre runners at the moment. He's just losing time now. Looking at it's probably around the 3 second mark now, as we see Parzival trying to make the move.
Yeah, and this is not helping Santa. Santa doesn't want to get involved with this.
Yeah, he's just lost a little bit more time there. It's just jumped up too fast.
I'm sure Broseff's in his ear at the moment saying, just stay away from these guys, let them fight. Don't get involved.
I think he might just unfortunately have to let Ben go. Maybe just pray for a bit of luck to come into his favour in this race. But I think he just needs to be patient now. He does have to be careful, but because Quiet Cake is gaining quite a lot behind him, that gap was 5 seconds to Quiet Cake and Trenner when he pitted. It is only about 2 now.
Yeah, and Quiet Cake is closing up on Rusted Cyborg as well. I think he will push instead. I think he's not going to throw caution. And he's not going to be cautious, and he's going to be aggressive down here.
I think he's going to go straight through, and he's actually going to get Cyborg probably this lap. He's going to be right behind Santa. So he's showing a lot of pace out here. He's actually just set the fastest lap on those hards, so he's pushing. He's got a lot of ERS saved there. He's now only 1.7 behind Santa. As I said, that was 5 seconds when he pitted. It is now just 1.7 now.
Yeah, and I'm sitting on board with...
It's actually at a second. It's at a second now.
Yeah, I'm sitting on board with Cake pushing at the moment. And he can see the battle ahead. He can see that Santa's caught up in traffic. He wants some of this. He wants to get through and cut the cake. So
Yeah, the only
Santa
thing
can
I'd be
also.
worried about if I'm Santa is Cake. I think once he gets here, he's not going to show patience like we're seeing from Santa. I think he's just going to try and force that move. Oh, and you see Santa run very wide there, so
Yep.
maybe a little bit of pressure starting to get in.
Yeah, and like you said, Cake's not going to show any caution here. He's pushing. He's right up the back
Yeah,
of Santa now,
he's
and
back. He's on the back of it.
he's not even going to wait for the DRS. I would say he's going to wait for any corner he can to get past.
Yeah, Trenor's a lot slower on those hards, obviously. But yeah, quite Cake. He's on the back.
Rapid.
I don't think he's going to wait. I reckon he might even try and force this move down into turn 1. We'll see if he starts to burn that ERS. We know he loves to burn it earlier, and he's not doing that.
Yep.
So
we can see that Paddy's flashing. So that will give Santa some pleasure. The flashing, but no, look, neither of them. No one's made the move. Oh, Santa's gone side by side. I think he might have
gone around the outside. He's gaining an advantage. He needs to give that back.
I didn't actually see. I thought
to give that back. He went off track around the outside of Santa, and he's giving that back.
So yep,
that's good.
Yep, great. Yeah, I think I'm not sure if Santa got mixed up there. I saw he was pretty slow, so
look,
could be.
I don't think Cake intentionally went around the outside of Jose. I think looked like Parzival and Paddy got a little bit caught up. They both jumped on the brakes pretty hard. I've seen the McLaren around, Bridges around, turn 1. He's gone all the way to the back. But yeah, I think Cake just took avoiding action. But you still do need to yield that position.
Yeah, and you know the.
I think Donmore is around. No,
I think
Wayne's around as well.
I think it's Wayne. Yep, Wayne's just back on track. Yeah, because Paddy and Parzival are on 17 old lap hards. They're going to be slower. They're going to be a bit more cautious on that turn 1, and Santa's got fresher tyres. He's going to try to take his normal line. He's going to run in the back of them, so he just needs to be cautious. But at the same time, he's got Cuds behind him, so he's sandwiched.
Cake.
Oh, and that's...
well, he's got one in the pit, so he's got one more to go. Paddy is going to be probably pitting any moment then. We know the undercut was a lot more powerful, so you would expect Parzival would probably come out in front of Paddy here.
Yeah, and I'm just looking at the interval with Santa. So Santa was just outside the 1 second. He's now within. He's still got the DRS. That will help him try to pull away from...
A little bit of a tap.
Little bit of a tap there. I think bit tricky. We know that Santa's got a lot... his sleigh's got a very far to travel. Those milliseconds and latencies, are pretty high. So we can see him jumping around a little bit. So it is a little bit hard to follow. But Cake's doing a great job.
It definitely doesn't look as bad as I've seen that car quite bad on some spots, but it doesn't look too bad out there from our perspective anyway.
Yeah. So Santa's going to be praying for Paddy to come in this lap, but I think if I was Paddy, I'd probably stay out. Cross my fingers for a safety car.
Yeah, I think you just keep going now. The damage is done. As I said, you'd imagine Parzival is going to go through fresh mediums. He's going to be lapping quite substantially quicker than Paddy. So yeah, Paddy just needs to probably keep going and pray for a bit of luck in his favour at the moment.
Yes, there's a bit of a DRS train there. P3, P4, P5, Santa.
Santa really needs to get past and try and put Paddy between him and Cake and try and run away with this a little bit.
He needs to get through that flashing light will help. If he's
Broseph needs to rip into him.
Yeah, if he's not within the DRS, I think Cake will pass him easily. I think at the moment now, what's helping him is he's got DRS and it's pretty even between Cake. But as soon as he's in fresh air, Cake's going to get him. So if he can make the move, and even if it's a half a lap and pull out something.
And you know what? I actually think Paddy has played the team game here because it's brought Trenner back into it. Trenner was 3.4 behind Cake. He's now just 6 tenths behind. So Paddy might have been playing the team game for him.
Yeah, like I said, there's a DRS train at the moment between 3, 4, and 5. We're really not seeing the driver's potential now. Paddy's holding them up. So as soon as he pits, we'll see. But yeah, this is... Sorry, Timmy.
No, you're right. I'm just saying it's invited Rustus Cyborg into this now. He's now only 1.5 behind. He was about 6 behind. He does need a pit, but
Yeah, he's got 20 lap old hard, so that shows you how slow they're actually going because of Paddy. Yeah, Paddy's been a boat.
He's playing 10
And
game. Russ picks up the penalty, and
yeah,
they're on the back of
Cakes.
Paddy. I'm just on the rear wing of Paddy now. Cake, he might have a look here.
Yeah, Cake's been impatient. He's going to try.
Oh, that's it.
Oh, what happened there? He went under the car.
Cake has just absolutely punted Paddy. Cake is going to be in trouble. And Paddy yielded for Trona, so he's allowed his teammate go through. But I think Santa just drove under Paddy, didn't he?
Yeah, I think he drove under. That was pretty interesting.
Well, that's probably going to help Santa, because now he knows there's going to be a penalty. So as we said, quite Cake, very impatient down there.
Yeah, just having a look at the cars.
Got a little bit of a sniff, and he couldn't help himself.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any damage on the cars at the moment. The AlphaTauri looks to have all the carbon fibre bits in the right place. Same with Quiet Cake, actually. So
yeah, they actually don't look like any of them have damage.
It's amazing. Yeah.
If anyone's going to have damage, you would suspect Santa, because he drove
straight under.
under him.
Yeah, I think again, another win for the Halo.
Yeah, pretty much. Paddy's still going around, so he's playing the real long game now.
Yeah, and confirmation from the AlphaTauri TP that Santa has no damage. So Christmas has come early.
Karima trying to defend Cake there, saying I don't think that's Cake's fault. I'm not quite
Look,
sure.
honestly, when I saw it, I maybe I saw something different, but I just saw Paddy spin. Now maybe I missed it.
Cake run into the rear wing of Paddy, and then Paddy went around.
Yeah, that's probably what happened, because I don't think he spun by himself.
I was on board with Cake. Yeah. There was definitely. I'll clip my clip.
Okay. I wasn't on board, but we're in the helicam or something or other. So, look, just looking at the front here, Bang can pretty much.
With Cake. He yeeted him.
Yeah, I think Bang can go make a tea. Go get some food, go to the loo, mate, have a break, take it easy, put the brakes on. 8 seconds in front of Santa.
He could probably sit AR for the rest of this race, and no one would know when you'd win. Yeah,
exactly. No, look, that Paddy's definitely held them up, and I think that's really helped Bang. That pit stop, that one lap, I think that little bit of a lead there really brought Bang in the right position.
Look,
and unfortunately,
he's on the hunt again now, so he got a bit of clean air. That one lap, set the fastest lap.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Santa's pretty much out of ERS. Not much left, and Quiet Cake's got half a tank. So I think Quiet Cake's going to set it up and try to make the move, probably down DRS straight. And Trenor's sorry.
I think as long as Santa can hang with Cake to the end of this race, even if he does get past, if he can just try to stick with him, probably 5 seconds. So I imagine that would be. I'm going to say a 5-second penalty added.
Yeah, it's a good point. So I think definitely a penalty coming his way. So we can see Cake is rapid. I wouldn't ease the position.
I've just seen a great comment. People like myself, I underfuel quite a lot predicting safety car. Every race I predict a safety car. And Nursey has just asked a great question. I wonder if anyone underfueled.
Let's have a sneak peek. So look, let's do this, right? I'm a commentator. I can see things. So Santa has 10.6 laps. That will get him home. Quiet Cake has 10.3 laps. That will get him home. Bang, 10.6. That'll be fine. And Trenor is 11 laps. So I think they're all great for fuel, boys. So unfortunately, no last lap running out of fuels tonight. Sorry, guys.
That's no fun. Tier 4, eh?
Yeah.
They don't have any excitement.
Paddy has stopped for softs, so he's going to have to do about 10 laps on those softs. I think he'll be able to make it. I think that's a good choice.
Yeah, I think he'll go down. Less fuel. He'll get there.
Yeah, he's about 3 seconds behind Parzival, so I think he'll close up. I was doing some practice last night. I was making about second a lap actually on softs versus the hards, so I think he'll close that up, but I don't think he'll get too much further up the grid. But let's have a look at Cakes. Sorry, we missed that. Cake's gone through.
Yeah, I was just about to bring it up, and I was just saying, as I mentioned, Santa probably needs to try to stick within 5 seconds of him. But he's still got 9 laps to go, and he's already lost about a second in that one lap. So, and he's out of ERS, so he's going to really struggle. And he's actually burning it while he's empty. So,
yeah, he's empty. Cake burned a little bit, but he's still in a much better position.
Yeah,
Cake's put in the fastest lap there, 120.4. But yeah, like you said, he just needs to be within that DRS, help him along a bit, get towed along. Trenner seems to be dropping. They're pulling away from Trenner, so Trenner's in P4, just almost 4 seconds behind. So it doesn't look like he's closing up any position there, but still a great race there from Trenner. And I think Bang may have heard us, or Cake's pushing, but either way, the interval's dropped a little bit. I think someone's around. I think it's a...
Oh! He's hitting Stan. He just drove into Stan. He's just spun around again.
Who's that, sorry?
Is that Bang? It's Bang! The leader!
Oh, Bang. It was I thought it was an Alfa Romeo. So Bang's spun around somewhere. He's gone down in P5.
Whitehead's taking out the lead of this race.
Oh, he's around again. No, Bang. Sorry, Bang. I'm talking you up.
Commentator's curse.
Oh, let's jump off Bang. I feel so bad for him. Cakes.
Well, Bang, he's just thrown away an 8-second lead.
Yeah, Bang. Brosa says Bang spun 3 times. So, I don't know what happened there. I feel really bad for him.
He's struggling now.
Yeah, he's
really
going to have to go really slow to cool down those tyres.
Santa, he's effectively racing for this win now if he can keep within that 5.
Yeah, if he can stay within 5 seconds. We have seen some of the stewards throw a 3-second penalty out there as well. So I don't know if that warrants a 3 seconds or 5 seconds. Someone's spitting again. I think it's Paddy around this time. Oh, he's in the middle of the track.
I think when it probably involves 3 cars, I would suspect 5. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not the steward.
I'm not the steward for Tier 4. I'm the steward for Tier 1, but look.
For pens, so we're just bringing those up.
Yeah, let's bring those up.
We've got Powers on 6, Parzival on 6, JT Racing on 3, Rusted on 3, Swiss on 3, Sebastian down in the McLaren on 3, and then Wayne on 6. But so obviously a few penalties in the race, but obviously limited to about half the field there at the moment, and it's kind of only 3 or 6, so they haven't picked up as many as I was thinking. But you might see a few sneak into it in the final stages.
This will actually be good for Don Moore. Don Moore's got a couple of drivers in front of him with 6 seconds. I think he'll make up a position there. I don't think he'll be able to
make up one.
Yeah, I think it's too far away from Powers, but. Just looking at Trenner as well. Trenner's closing a little bit, 3.7 seconds in front of Santa, and I think the total time there is just at 5 seconds. So again, he'll be, I think he may be hearing us about Cake getting a 5-second penalty, and I think he's closing the gap. He wants P2. So yeah, if you can hear us, Trenner, if you can close that gap, you've got about 6 laps to go.
Yeah, well
even
if,
around again.
As you said, 3.
Paddy.
You said that a couple of people have thrown out 3. He's making good progress if he does want to pull that through. I'd suspect a 5. As I said, involved. I think there's 3 cars all up, or 4 if you include him.
There's no DNF. I don't know if anyone got any damage. So 3 second is possible. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see what the stewards say.
I'd say 5. You nearly killed bloody Santa. Santa drove under him. If it wasn't for the halo, he was gone. He would have got decapitated. I'd love to see what this halo looks like after the race. Probably a bit like Guan Yu Zhou's after Silverstone, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
Lucky it's still intact. I reckon.
I'm surprised no car's got any damage, mate.
This is
shocking. This game. I jumped the car once in a post red flag, and I think I just got yellow wing, and then one time I remember touching the wall, just a tap, little tap. I think it's Paddy's been lapped. Yeah, touched the wall in Canada, and the whole wheel came off. So never know in this game. someone can blow on the car and you get a DNF. So yeah.
Wayne picks up another one.
Yeah, Wayne in P14 there.
Should be safe, but because
Yeah.
he has been lapped and he's pitted for another set of softs there, so he's probably going to try and steal that fastest lap off Rusted Cyborg, I would imagine.
Yeah, he needs to keep it on the track though. He's had a couple of spins there, so
yeah, he's got his ERS still on, so that's probably not helping him at through the corners.
Yeah, he's got no ERS, so
turn it off. Well, he's actually got his teammate. Maybe he's trying to give Trenner a bit of DRS here, I think.
Possibly. Let's see if Trenner grabs the DRS.
I can tell you, he definitely will. Oh, is that?
Well, there's another.
Is that Cyborg around?
Is it Wayne? It might be Donmore.
Cyborg.
No, it's Rusty Cyborg. Yep.
And he's actually just dropped out of the top 10. I think the fast lap only goes to the top 10, doesn't it?
Correct.
So he's actually just lost out on that point.
I can just see. I think Trenner did get the DRS there. I think I just saw it open. Quiet Cake is still gaining there. Trenner is now about 4.6 seconds behind. Santa's still 1.5.
Would be great right now.
Don't think it's going to happen.
Half a lap where it can come out.
Yeah. Do not think it's going to happen, guys. And yeah, I think it'll be one of the first races we don't have a safety car. It's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, obviously. I don't think there's many. There's not normally many, especially if so many DNFs. But I guess they all have been in the pit, haven't they? Besides Cards, which was on turn 1.
Cyborg.
McLaren nearly taking out McLaren.
Yep. Don't know what happened there. I was sitting on with Rusted Cyborg and I saw him go sideways. So I'm not sure if Bridgie touched him or not. So yeah.
Well, yeah, whatever he did, he hung on. But the two McLarens nearly cleaned each other up.
Yeah, don't know. He's saying Rusted's been right in front. So yeah, Rusted might have just lost traction there. So just looking at Bang's in P6, 2 seconds behind Powers. Unfortunately, he was dominant for the whole race. Dominant lead, 6 seconds, 7 second lead, and then probably a loss of concentration there. And he's dropped down to P6. Good news is Powers got a 6 second penalty in front of him, so he'll move up to P5. He'll bring home some points, but unfortunately, at this point in time, will not bring home any silverware.
Yeah, very unfortunately. It looked like he was home for money. Unfortunately, we've just passed the mark, so there can be no safety cars or VSCs now. So it is going to be a safety carless race. So
just checking who's got the fastest
lap. He's hanging
lap.
in there. He's still within the 3, so I definitely suspect 3. I'm going to say 5. Trenner's kind of it's just hang in there.
So Rusted Cyborg at the moment with the fastest lap, P12, so he won't bring home the point for that, but he'll take it away from anyone else that was trying to bring home the point in the P10. So Cake is now 2.1 seconds ahead of Santa with 2 laps to go. I'm sure he's being told, build the gap. And I'm sure Bruce is still in Santa. Stay within those 3 seconds. Oh, no, and Santa picks up a 3 seconds.
Oh.
No.
So that puts him on 5. He is on 5 seconds right now. He needs to stay within 2 seconds.
We've already checked the fuel load. Fuel load's good. ERS is roughly the same at about 20 each. Tyres would be the same. Actually, Santa's tyres are 2 laps older than Quiet Cake. It's going to be close.
Well, Trenner could be fighting for the win now.
Oh yeah, Trenner's 3.4 seconds behind Santa. If he can make up even just 1 second, he'll move into P2 and possibly, doubt it, P1, but definitely P2. So it's final 2 laps here. It's not going to happen on track. It probably happened in the steward's room and with penalties. But Santa is just falling back. It's 2.5 seconds now. So
yeah, I think he's in trouble. I think.
Yeah.
I think he's in trouble now. Quite
Stewart's
pretty much empty on
Stewart's can always throw a
ERS.
second, 6.5 second penalty, something like that. You know,
They can throw whatever they want. But Santa, he's got to start burning this ERS. I think he's just got to get rid of it. Throw everything he's got at it now.
Yeah, he can hear you.
He's got really he's got 3 warnings to play with, so use them up.
True. Start cutting those corners. I can't tell you how many penalties Quiet Cake has. Powers has just picked up another penalty, so it's 9 total for him. I've done it before, done it too many times. The last few laps, and I bring home that 3 second penalty.
I can tell you
so
right
horrible.
now, Quiet Cake should actually have a penalty. He has 3 warnings. He has 1 on lap 21, 1 on lap 27, and 1 on lap 31. So for cutting track limits.
So he's got 3 in the game, hasn't given.
So he's got 3 in the game.
Okay, just remind me. I'll get a race director before we finish and just have a look at that.
I'm just double checking. So lap 21, lap 28, lap 31. Yeah, he's definitely got 3.
So Trenner, someone's it's a McLaren. I think it's been lapped possibly. So Trenner is now 3.6 seconds behind Santa. On the last lap, he needs to close up half a second, just over half a second to get P2. But he's out of ERS. Santa's got 19%, so Santa just needs to keep it clean here. And Quake's got a 3 second penalty. I don't know where that happens, but it has come up, 3 second penalty. So it's still not going to bring Santa, or no, it will bring Santa P1 if Cake gets a 5 second post race penalty.
Yeah, well, that's his 4th warning, so.
Okay, well, 4th, 5th, doesn't matter. He's still at a 3 second here. So Santa's 2.8 seconds behind. Trenner is 3.3. I'm going to sit on with Trenner at the moment. Actually, we'll sit on with Cake in the last few laps, last few corners, see his car home. We'll keep an eye on Trenner. It's 3.2 seconds. Trenner's pushing. I'm sure he's pushing. He wants that P2.
Well, if he gets within... If he jumps Santa on penalties, he should win the race.
No, 3 point...
Oh.
Okay, so that gives the provisional place P1 to Cake. Quiet Cake, I think, is a great drive. A little penalty there. I think he'll drop down, probably drop down to P3. But for now, P1 on track, followed by Santa and P2. Trenner in P3 close behind. So I think those drivers been really consistent throughout the race. They're your podium sitters for today. Followed by FIFA Beefy, bringing home some points there for Ferrari. That's a nice one there. Good result from FIFA. Banging P5. Let me just bring up position change. Oh, sorry. Okay, we'll have a look through those results shortly. Who's your standout for today, Timmy?
It's tough. Obviously, Cake, he had a great drive. We saw him go around very early in the race, so he had a great recovery drive. So I'm going to have to go after Cake.
Yeah, I think I was going to say the same. That penalty might creep in. I think Trenner as well. Trenner was another one that had an early incident and he's clawed back some positions. I think they're the two that stand out for me, to tell you the truth. It would have been Bang. Unfortunately, he had a spin there, would have cleanly brought it home, but he brought home some points there. I think in P5 he finished. So, yeah. So just having a look there.
He took out a bit of a grand slam, didn't he? Did he take out?
He's taken out the He
qualified P1, didn't he?
Yes, so he's taken out the sprint and the feature. Everything. So let me just take a screenshot here of the positions before they disappear. Because otherwise when I do the actual results, I don't know what the hell's going on. And the race. Oh, stop chatting, people. Stop chatting. Can't see what's happening. Okay, so final position for the feature is Cake, Santa, Trenner, FIFA Beefy, Bang, Powers, Donmore, Parzival, JTE, Swiss Lord, Russet Cyborg, Sebastian, Wayne, and Bridgie. A couple of DNFs there down the bottom of the race there. Let me just grab the race director as well, just to get all the
What a
different
race from,
warnings.
I'm just looking at the Haas driver of JT. He started 19th. He gained 10 positions in that race to come up on P9 there.
Yep, well done. So that's the final placings there. Choir Cake, Trenner, and Santa in terms of the final sprint and feature racing. So Choir Cake, Santa, and Trenner, if you can hear us, happy to interview you in the Sky Race Control.
Yeah, absolutely. But what a race! No safety cars.
Yeah, amazing.
I think we had the 2 DSQs for the Mercedes boys at the start. Juice and Immortal. Cuds, unfortunately, the championship leader around turn 1. He went out very quickly, and I just wonder. I mentioned the hards. I didn't know if they were the right tyre to start on. If he was on the mediums, would he got off way better and not being so close to that pack? Would he been better off? Or you don't know. It's obviously he say she say. It's a bit of a.
Yeah, we have Santa. Merry Christmas, Santa. How you doing tonight?
I'm just going to go to the showroom because I like to look at cars while I talk to these guys.
Oh, yeah, let's do that. How do I do that? Sorry, Santa, 1 second.
Main menu. All the way to the main menu.
I'm going to leave the session, yeah?
Yeah, just leave the session. I think it's F1 Live. Yeah, F1 Live. Showroom. We'll get onto that AlphaTauri car.
No, we got Santa in the party. Just 1 second, Santa. Let's. Is it?
Hey guys, how are you?
Good, mate. Is it theatre? Did we say? Where is it?
F1 Live virtual showroom.
Virtual showroom. That's the one.
Go up. Yeah. That's it.
Okay, Santa.
We'll get on with the AlphaTauri of Santa. First of all, congratulations on P2 there. What was the drive?
Thank you. It was hard, yeah. But it was beautiful. It was nice racing, really. I just was carnage at the first turn. I don't know, it was like 4 cars sideways, and that was my luck that I don't crash there and just come through.
Yeah, well, obviously the championship leader, Cuds, he went around and he was out after turn 1 there.
That was turn 1? Oh, fuck. That's hard.
Yeah, and obviously you're the man behind him. You're 2 points behind in the championship. Not anymore. You're going to be leading this championship once again. You're going to be right
Let's
at the top.
go, AlphaTauri.
Trenner's going to be hot on your tail. But look, just talk us through the pit stop. You did your
like
pit stop.
Like in the race.
Yeah, absolutely. You made your pit stop a little bit earlier than everyone else. I think it was around lap 12 there, or 13. And you come out behind in a lot of traffic there. Were you a little bit worried when you come out in that traffic? And then once you got that clean air, bang, he was about 8 seconds up the road. He built a big gap.
Yeah, I know that we tried to make an undercut, but I should come out P6, but I come out P8, and then I was in the traffic, and yeah, it was hard. But then I think Trenna and White Cake come closer in that time. It was like 6-7 laps, I don't remember, and then yeah, it was a fight to the end with Quiet and Trenna also. He was pushing hard.
Yeah, well, obviously we saw a little bit of a collision there. I think Quiet Cake ramarked the back of Paddy, and you pretty much drove under Paddy. Just talk us through that. Do you recall that incident?
Yeah, I saw that. I was in the middle of that incident. Like, I don't know. I think Quiet Cake tried to overtake me, and then Paddy was slow because he was on old hards, like slower than quite expect. And then yeah, they hit each other, and I come through again without damage. I was really lucky today.
Yeah, I think me and the Battle Cat actually mentioned you're probably lucky to be alive. I think the Halo saved you from our point of view. Yeah. You drove straight under Paddy.
From what we saw, you went straight underneath, and Paddy's car went right on top of you. So I was like, okay.
Yeah, look,
I have to watch that on the stream.
Yeah, absolutely. So obviously, we we were mentioning you're possibly fighting for the win if that was a reportable incident. Do you think that's the course you're going to go down, or are you happy to sit P2?
Yeah, we was speaking about too, but I say I celebrate now P2, and the rest the stewards will do. It's not in my hand. I'm happy for the P2, and again a podium. What should I say? It's beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, yeah, you can't go wrong with a podium. P1,
And,
P2, P3, to be on that top
points
step.
for my teammate too. Let's go,
Excellent,
Lafatauri.
Excellent, yes. Swiss Lord brought home some points, yeah. I can't remember,
Swiss drivers, eh? They're
yeah,
dangerous.
I know. They got to. I don't know. We've got to watch something there. They're all supposed to be neutral, but they're taking over. Yeah, I was just thinking in terms of the
league, right? Just confirming.
I know. Yeah, I thought so. I thought it was Australia, New Zealand. What's going on?
It will change soon.
Yeah, I thought in the final placings though, Santa, I just need to double check. I think maybe you came P3, so.
No,
I think
P2.
Was it P2
overall?
Overall,
P2.
yeah, combined
Yeah.
sprint and feature. So
Yeah.
I think it might be a P3. But yeah,
Overall
well,
weekends.
it's still great points, great lot of points. And like we said before, with Cuds DNFing, I think that might move you to the lead. We just need to do the calculations, but it's very close to the front there. Yep.
Yeah, it's really close. Quite great will come also closer now, so let's see.
Oh,
We'll
yeah,
see
I
this week.
I think you're just 2 points behind leading into that event. So with that feature P2, yeah, you're going to be looking very good.
Yeah, actually, I think you're. I think
That's still a long season.
It's a long season, guys. Yeah, long season. I'll be tallying up the numbers tonight and posting them. There's no bias there, that's for sure. You guys could double check and let me know if it's wrong. But I'll be posting up some preliminary results this evening. So well done, Santa. Yep.
Screw that.
Hey, thank you for the race. Thanks to the other drivers. Respect to everybody. Have a great other races in the other tiers, and see you next week.
Pretty much, if you're not Red Bull, piss off.
We're the sister, the AlphaTauri, we're the sister drivers. Hey, come on.
AlphaTauri. See you guys.
Right.
Thank you.
See you later. See you, Santa. I think we got someone else in the chat as well. I didn't see.
In the Aston.
Is it Trenner?
Oh my god, Trenner.
Yeah. Hey, boys.
He was a pain in the Red Bull bum last year, and he's a pain in the bum this year. This guy. He just doesn't know when to go away. First of all, congratulations on a race. You also got tangled up a little bit into turn one there. Talk us through that.
Yeah, Cuds just kind of came in way too hot turn one and started spinning me, and then I think, somewhat luckily, he kind of spun me back around, but DNF'd himself in doing so. So it cost me a few spots off the start, which is very frustrating because I think, so there was a P2 definitely to be had, given that I think Quiet Cake had the best pace here. But yeah, just an interesting race in the end.
Yeah, absolutely. You got FIFA Beefy to thank for spinning you back around, because he actually re-tapped cards and that kind of straightened him back up, which put him back into you.
I'll send him I'll jump in DMs and I'll send him a thank you.
But obviously, no safety cars throughout the whole race. Were you predicting one or two during the race, or was your strategy based on no safety cars, or did you have a backup plan in case there was one?
Well, I didn't get to go as little fuel as I wanted because for some reason at the start it had me on soft hard strategy, and it took me ages to get it back to a medium hard strategy. And then I think I got down to maybe 1.5 less laps of fuel, which I would have liked to have gone more. But yeah, I was surprised no safety cars.
Yeah, you say that. We thought there was going to be one after about turn one. There's those cars everywhere.
Yeah, there were plenty of spinning cars, a few DNFs. I was predicting a safety car or two, but I was actually sort of hoping because Bang was way in front there, but he managed to undo himself in the race and finished P5. I think
as well.
Yeah,
thank you as well for that one.
Yeah, definitely feel for Bang. I think he was home. He just needed the cruise. I think he had about 9 seconds there when he went around.
We were telling him to go into AI and just go have a drink. I
couldn't believe it when the boys in my ear told me that it was Bang that spun. I was like, that's heartbreaking.
I saw an Alpha and I jumped to the other driver automatically, and it was him. So unfortunately, But great race from you. I think P2 in the sprint as well. So I think overall in the final placings for the weekend, it'll be P2 behind Cud's penalty pending, possibly. Not Cuds, sorry, Quiet Cake. Yep.
Yeah, well, I'm just looking at the
time.
I'm just looking at the standings. Santa, he's definitely going to move up to P1. Trennan, you're going to more than likely be into P2, just ahead of Cuds there. And Cake's going to be very close. The top 4 in this championship are extremely close right now after Cuds' DNF.
Yeah.
I think the stewards are going to definitely have a bit of a hand to play in the final positions there because, Paddy's showed us the vision, and it was definitely Cake, not Santa, but.
Oh yeah, I can confirm. I was on board with Cake. Actually, that reminds me, save my footage.
So I think it'll be just a matter of what the stewards come up with because, it ruined my chances as well because I got stuck behind a park Paddy, which was frustrating.
Trying to regain, get back on track.
Jump on the chat, Cake. Give us your point of view. He's saying Santa spun bang.
I don't know. I was on board with Cake. I saw it.
But I also did see Santa fucking tunnel underneath. Sorry for the swearing, but tunnel underneath.
I saw that too. That's what we mentioned. We mentioned Santa. Lucky he had the halo.
Halo
he should have been decapitated.
Yep.
Yeah. No, it was an eventful race.
We're off to Singapore next week. Another tough track. Another hard track to. It's a really hard track to overtake. It's a little bit of a Monaco. It kind of goes on quali. If you can quality good, you're normally within a good shot in the race. How are you feeling now heading to Singapore? I believe it's our first night race as well.
Yeah, not too bad. Not very quick there, just a bit consistent. But I know a few boys in the garage have good setups in the Aston garage, so I might have to borrow theirs and practice a bit this week.
Yeah, absolutely. And one thing about Singapore, it's a bit of a high downforce track. So a lot of the guys out on track, or 20 of the other cars are going to be running pretty similar setups. I think you've got the 1 DRS zone, which it's quite a long zone. Oh no, sorry, you got the 2, but the other one is a bit of a
one really. Yeah, the second one's not that long.
I wouldn't even count it. It's a bit of a pointless. But obviously again, Singapore, but tight track. It is notorious for rain. It's absolutely notorious for it. I'm looking at the weather as we speak.
I was going to say rain. I can tell you now, 27 degrees, rain every day.
It's not looking very nice. It's not looking very nice.
Looks like we'll do a bit of wet practice during the weekend.
But it's a notorious track for going dry to wet, which kind of throws a spanner in the works. Do you have much of a strategy leading into that, or are you just going to take it as it comes?
No, I think if it is going to be wet, then I think obviously I might stick with my higher downforce kind of setup. But if it looks maybe like there's a miracle coming and it's clearing up, we'll look into the other setups. But just take it as it comes. It's
a high downforce track. I think whether you go rain or not rain, there's probably not too much of a different setup. So
0-0.
Yeah,
it's 0-0. Yeah. You go for that. Yep.
Yeah, that's risky. But I noticed today the difference in setups. Like Cake had a much higher downforce. I think definitely had a higher downforce setup than I did.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right.
He was so much better through the corners, and I just couldn't keep up with him in the corners.
Yeah, and I think that's what we noticed once he got ahead. On the straights, when you were battling him, you seemed to maintain with him even when he was burning his ERS and DRS, you weren't burning, you're still maintaining pretty even pace with him. But as you mentioned, as soon as he got into those corners, he really pulled away. I think he pulled about 8 temps in that first lap he got ahead. He was really rapid. Shot out of a cannon.
Yeah, it was rapid. He was he was quick all over. I reckon I could see him getting real frustrated behind Paddy and Santa. You could tell there was probably a bit of frustration there.
It's something me and the Battle Cat touched base on. We kind of said once he gets behind Santa and Paddy, he's not going to hold back. He's probably going to go for it straight away, and he did. He went for it straight away, and it may cost him, it may not. At the end of the day, it comes down to the stewards and how they interpret that, I guess.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
But look, been great chatting with you. Either way, congratulations on P3. You got a podium nonetheless, so you got to be proud of that.
Yep, happy with that for now. But we'll keep working towards getting up there in the season standings.
Yeah, I have no doubt you will.
Yeah. All right, cheers, boys.
Great job. See you later. All right, Timmy, that was a great race. I think for you, it's probably breakfast time for you, right? You're not going to go to bed?
Yeah, it's probably about that time, I think.
Yeah.
It's about
after a race like that, how can you go to sleep? I'd be buzzing. So, thanks for joining me tonight in the comms box. Hopefully, Tetris will be back next week, and
I hope so.
Yeah, I'll get those.
It's too early for me.
Yeah, I'll get those results up, and it was interesting to see the final placings. But great race, and if there's nothing else, Timmy, we shall say goodnight to all the viewers.
Good night, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you all tomorrow for Tier 3 and 2.
Good night, everyone.